I remember a time where doctors, lawyers, police officers, firemen were the moral standard of a community. These people were considered pillars of society. However, these professions appear to be very committed to organized stalking, organized harassment, gang stalking, whichever you land on. Now, I know money facilitates, it surely facilitates evil. But it's hard to wrap my arms around so many professionals, so many who work in the areas where altruism once was the prevailing character trait. Altruism, you know, elevating others above yourself, prioritizing the community, selflessness. In these areas, professions, they could really make a difference in this this evil, this darkness, this atrocity. They could really make a difference. They could really take a stand and say, no, you're not going to use my long my long educational career to now become a criminal, to now shake hands with some type of criminal society, criminal partnership here. And I'm not suggesting that all police officers, all firemen, all doctors are complicit. But there sure seems to be plenty where many TIs speak of not being able to trust doctors and police officers, and because and not just for suspicious reasons, but because of lived experiences with these people that have proved that they were dangerous in their profession. Because once this program weaponized a doctor, then that's a very dangerous thing. You weaponize a police officer, that can be a very dangerous thing. Dangerous meaning, these are people we go to for assistance, for health, for safety, for resolution in matters. And you've been weaponized. You're very dangerous to society. For instance, we used to view firemen, well, I'll just speak for myself. I used to view firemen as brave and self-sacrificing, right? They run into burning buildings. Well, they utilize firemen in many of our stalking activities, or in many stalking activities. What's its name? Gang Stalk Talk with AJ. Gang Stalk Talk with AJ. He talks about firemen consistently syncing up with him almost, I don't know if he said daily, but he said quite often when he goes to the grocery market. And I know this sounds ridiculous to TI sympathizers, but bear with me. Once and twice it may be a coincidence, but after many presentations, one could and should deduce that it is organized. And he has evidence, so this is not just him verbalizing a suspicion. He has video evidence of it. So for me, my initiation to the program came from a corrupt police officer. Remember when policemen were highly respected for their bravery? and decision making in high stress circumstances. Remember, they were venerated, pedestalized, put on pedestals for seemingly prioritizing the community above their safety, even pledging to always uphold the U.S. Constitution and state constitution. Well, they are highly complicit in this gang stalking, highly complicit in this organized harassment, highly wicked, anti-human rights, unlawful, criminalized, void of sensibleness, and appear to be the main players on this kind of on a observational level anyway, where what you can see, we don't know what these, I'm assuming the coordinators of this stuff probably are the main players, but on an observational level, they appear to be the main players. And not all police officers. But we see them syncing up with us, engaging in street theater, gaslighting, or being dismissive of the crimes committed against targeted individuals. So I wanted to just get on here and talk about the good old days when we could trust police officers and firemen and doctors and so on. I even discovered that my doctor was complicit. It's not hard to identify. They want you to be able to identify it. What they don't want you to do is be able to prove it. They want you to identify it. They think it's very stressful. They think it'll be another layer of a burden on you. It wasn't a layer of a burden on me. I just simply fired her. It wasn't a burden. It just speaks to the wickedness and how we have to be, make sure we protect ourselves, be prayerful about where we go, who we partner with for our health. That's highly dangerous to partner with a wicked doctor, to partner with someone complicit in this program. You've been weaponized. You're highly dangerous to society. So that leads me to my main point. I think a registry that compiles trustworthy doctors, lawyers, mechanics, nail technicians, dentists, hairstylists, or beauticians, and so on, could be beneficial for the community, the targeted individual community. I'm praying about how to approach the construction of this registry and where it could be housed. I think it would be a great idea. I did post the idea of this in the community section of the channel. I have one volunteer so far, at William Benson 1165. And so I certainly appreciate him and his willingness and his heart to want to do something to protect the community. I just think this kind of thing could, just make it easy for us. We need to go to doctors. We need to go to dentists. We need lawyers. We need mechanics. What we don't need is all of these people weaponized against us when we at one time could trust these professions or these professionals. Do go to the community section and lend your thought to this kind of thing. I think it will be beneficial. I really do. God bless you all. I hope you all are staying prayerful. I hope you all are trusting that the Lord is fighting our battles. I hope you all are trusting that this will not continue. We walk in victory. And we trust God. I'm praying for all as per usual.